We all know him as the master of human optimization, the Stanford neuroscientist who decoded the human brain, perfect routing, stoic discipline, and an ironclad mind. Millions of people look at him and see a man who has it all figured out. But what if I told you that the very science he teaches today was not learned in an elite university? It was born out of a desperate survival mechanism because at 13 years old, this global icon of discipline did not belong to Stanford. He belonged to a youth psychiatric facility locked away, completely broken, and labeled a lost cause. To understand the shadow behind the scientist, we have to go back to the early 1990 years. Andrew Huberman grew up in a stable home. His father was a prominent scientist, but when Andrew hit puberty, his was fractured. His parents went through a brutal divorce almost overnight. His home structure vanished. The trauma hit him like a freight train. To escape the suffocating anxiety inside his own mind, Andrew rebelled. He stopped going to school. He joined an aggressive subculture of street skateboarders. He was getting into fight, running with, and using adrenaline to numb the pain. He was completely out of control, driven by a brain drowning in stress hormones. It got so bad that school authorities and his family realized he was a danger to himself. They intervened. Andrew was taken away and placed into a locked youth confinement facilities. Imagine the contrast. The man who now teaches the world how to control their dopamine was once completely enslaved by his own emotional chaos. Inside that facility, surrounded by intense emotional suffering, Andrew had a terrifying realization. He looked around and saw his future. If he did not change, a lifetime of institution, jails, or arrest. He did not want to be broken anymore. But how do you fix a mind that feels fundamentally broken? Andrew found the answer in two things: skateboarding and psychology. Skateboarding taught him physics and high stress focus. It forced him to conquer fear over and over again. He realized that if he could learn a complex psychological trick through, say, repetition, he could retrain his mind. He did not just go back to his school. He became obsessed. He used his childhood trauma as fuel. He wanted to understand why his brain broke down and how to fix it chemically. This was not just academics, it was a battle for his own sanity. This obsession led him straight to a PhD, a professorship at Stanford, and eventually the Huberman lab. But the dark side of success is that the chase never truly ends. Even today, as a global phenomenon, Huberman faces massive scrutiny in 2024. Massive investigative articles targeted his personal life and hyper intense schedule. It showed the world that even the ultimate guru of wellness is still a human being fighting burnout, balancing immense pressure, and managing the scars of his past. And perhaps that is the most inspiring part of his story. Andrew Huberman is not an icon because he is flawless. He is an icon because he is a flawed man who built a system to survive. The lesson here is simple. Your past does not own your biology. Your childhood trauma does not dictate your destiny. If a kid from a psychiatric facility can rewire his brain to change the world, what is stopping you from fixing yours? If you want to see us break down the dark side of another icon, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next breakdown.